Hey guys, what's going on? We are back on for the live stream. Yeah, I don't remember how long ago the last one was, but we've made significant progress on this Wing Gundam, and it is killing me. It's been like 3 months. Um, yeah, started it on January 29th or something like that. Wow, okay. Alright, so I actually took a week off of work to sort of work on this thing. I was planning on doing some other stuff too, but this ended up being so time consuming I just didn't get to do the other stuff. So shit, let's let's just keep going. Alright, so today will probably be a short stream. I have to run some errands in a little bit, but yeah, I'm hoping to get a lot of stuff done on the arms today. But let's go ahead and go over what we did so far. Okay, so I think since the last stream we were working on the skirt, and the skirt it ended up looking a little more crazy than I intended, but I think it looks pretty cool. So it turns out skirts are like really complicated because they have to fit around the mobile suit. You know what I mean? And you have to do it in a way where the perspective makes sense and to make sure things like overlap properly and stuff like that. So I have all of my skirt stuff onto two different folders. So yeah, so we have the knee and the ankle armor. The right and the left sides have to be on separate layers just because of how things overlap on the drawing. But what we're going to do today is we're going to turn off the armor so we can work on these arms. And compared to everything else, arms should be fairly simple. It's gonna get a little rough when we get to hands and things like that. I'm actually not very good with mobile suit hands, or hands in general, but I think everybody has that problem. But we'll just cross that bridge when we get to it. Okay, so so far we have a very rough sketch of the arms. And I think there might be something we may want to adjust before we do anything else. So you see these pegs right here that kind of act as the shoulder joints between the core and the arms. I think I think the one on the right side of the body might need to be fixed up a little bit. So this side looks broader. Yeah, let's fix that up a little bit. Okay, we're gonna take our lasso tool and just snag this thing. Oh no. What's going on? Guess it is empty. Oh shit, I think I have the wrong layer selected. This guy. Here we go. Already blundering the stream, isn't that great? Okay, so we're live, and I know you guys are here. Welcome to the stream. So if you have any thoughts, just leave a comment or whatever. I'll respond to it. Yeah, we're just here to hang out while I work on this thing a little bit. Okay. Let's make this a little broader. Mouse, what are you doing? Okay, and something about this looks a bit odd to me. Let's see if we can fix that too. Okay, that's looking better. Let's see, this one. Oh. Alright, that's looking better to me. I think it needs some cleanup now though. Let's clean it up a little bit. Yeah, maybe we should zoom this in so you guys can see a bit better what I'm doing. Okay, got our pen, brush. Okay, we're gonna clean up this line a little bit. Yeah, so when I started this sketch, I was actually being a little more sketchy with it. Like, you can tell the lines in the torso right here are a lot more unstable compared to the lines down here. Just slightly. But I guess when you're zoomed out at at like 100%, it matters a lot less. But yeah, let's try to keep things clean when we can. What the fucking what? Seriously, what the hell? Pen. Okay, and these are a little lighter than I'd like. Okay, very good. Okay, I think we are cool to continue with the drawing now. Okay, let us put the arms back on. Okay, and we're going to start with the left side like we do for everything. Okay, so we have a general like shape sketched out just for like the proportions of the arm. And so I think we're going to start with the joint for the shoulder, which is this piece up here. And yeah, it should be pretty simple going forward, I think. Okay. So I think a lot of mobile suits use something that it kind of, what's the best way to describe this type of joint? It's not a ball joint exactly. It's kind of like a rotary joint that also swivels. Let's see. Can we draw this thing in? Okay, let's make sure it goes far forward enough to kind of convey the depth of it. But okay, so the thing is, this thing will basically look like a bunch of overlapping discs. That is not very circular. There's a little better. My pen seems to be having some issues switching between brush and eraser, so yeah, sorry if it's causing this stream any trouble. Yeah, I hope you guys are having a good Saturday. Yeah, this should be the last few days of my vacation. Hey Salty, what's going on? I tried playing some Battle Operation yesterday, and I won about half the matches, and then the other half, it was like, like the first match, I took out my Gelgoog cannon, and I actually like that mobile suit a lot, but the enemy team ended up being very average, and my team was horrible. So that I think it ended up being like 3,000 to 10,000, some shit like that. So that was pretty stupid. Yeah. Okay, so this is the front disc. So it's gonna end up coming out like this. What did I do after that? I think after that I started hosting my own rooms. No, wait. After that I used my Efreet Schneid. Well, the Doug Schneid custom. I know you guys are having a horrible argument about the naming conventions on that mobile suit. Yeah, so the Doug Schneid custom, and it's a great mobile suit. Just that my team had a hard time staying alive in that match, So after that, I went to just host my own room, and those rooms went pretty well. I was a little annoyed that they took so long to fill. Okay, is this making sense? Okay, so basically a very flat cylinder. Oh, that's not the right thing. And those matches were more successful. I used my slave wraith for the first time, and that 100mm Kai is surprisingly very, very weak. I mean, it's got great range, but I was doing so little damage, everybody was basically just ignoring me. I did end up getting a bunch of kills, but yeah, it doesn't feel good to, you know, attack another opponent and they just ignore you. I mean, that's kind of defeats the purpose, you know what I mean? But yeah, so that thing could probably use a damage buff. Okay, so that's the front disc, and then we have a center disc. Okay, we don't want that to interfere with so this ball right here, it's a ball joint that the shoulder pauldron connects onto. You know, we don't want it to interfere with that. Okay, let's reduce that a little bit. Yeah, maybe we're doing this a little too much. Let's do this. Yeah, so the slave wraith was okay. A lot of times, people just ended up ignoring me, like when they shouldn't have. Like I went to capture the, like I played all these matches on the new mountain map, well the old mountain map technically. Yeah, but it looks a lot prettier. I still don't really enjoy the tactics on that map. Lots of choke point stuff. Lots of people standing on sniper nests when they shouldn't. Like I had a goof custom just trying to snipe from up there. He really shouldn't do that. And then there was a Gundam weapons rack on the enemy team. He was really good, and I don't think he died a single time. He was just sniping us from up there. It was horrible. I was using my my mass-produced gun cannon to try to counter snipe him, but he was just a better shot, and he had better cover from up there. It was horrible. Okay, and then the back disc right here. Yeah, so I think they made that ledge so that you can attack it a little better, but my team just, I don't know, the teams were just odd. Like, we would defeat the enemy wave, so we would, you know, technically have the numbers advantage, and instead of advancing together, they just like all split apart into like 2 or 3 like different groups, and then each group ended up getting outnumbered and then destroyed. So it was awful, very, very bad. Okay. Okay, so I think what we can do is make the discs, like these outer discs, make them less broad. They're a little too broad. Okay. Yeah, and the very last match, I wanted to use the gym cold climate because For some reason, every time I use that mobile suit, I end up getting into long range confrontations, and obviously that mobile suit doesn't have the range to deal with that type of shit. So being on the mountain map is a very good idea for that mobile suit. But what ended up happening was when I tried to board my mobile suit, the game glitched out. Like, it just had me actually have footage of this saved. Like, it had me just frozen, like, kind of like I couldn't see my mobile suit or my pilot. Like, I was just frozen there, and I think I was still on screen for everybody else because I got messages that my pilot and my mobile suit were destroyed. So obviously the enemy could still see and interact with me, but I was frozen, and after they destroyed me, I didn't get a respawn timer or anything. I was just kind of stuck there. And then the game gave me a penalty for being inactive, even though the game froze me. So that was a huge pile of shit. Yeah, that was very annoying. Yeah, so that kind of put a bad taste in my mouth. I don't know if I want to do that anymore. Okay. I think we can broaden this one a little bit. Okay, that's looking like I thought it would. Okay, let's move on down. I'll put more details on that later. I'm basically just sketching out the general thing right now. Yeah, I really don't like live streaming Battle Operation 2. Like, first of all, it's just forever waiting for matches, and then I don't know. Like, I'm not really a fan of teams sometimes, because it's like awesome playing with a team, like, of your friends and stuff like that, but it's like you guys are coordinated, and then we still end up getting whooped by randoms. I mean, come on. That shouldn't happen. Yeah, and I don't know. That's the thing about calling for help. Like, I just try not to be in a position where I need to do it. Like, I'll just try to stand close enough to my team, and if I'm dead, then I'm dead. So okay, so now the upper arm. Yeah, so I have the high resolution Wing Zero sitting next to me right now, and it's like its upper arm stuff is actually like weirdly like organic looking. Like, it looks like it has biceps. Honestly, I don't know if I want to do that on the skeleton, like for this like design I'm drawing. That'd be kind of odd. Okay, so let's make sure these are parallel. Yeah, I'm okay with this just being more like a normal quote unquote mobile suit. Yeah, I didn't want the designs to get like too crazy weird until like maybe like the mid season upgrade for this stuff. Yeah, spoilers. Okay, and Okawara and kind of Kotoki's original designs for like the Wing Gundams and stuff, they're a little boxy when it comes to like just the limbs. Kind of want to get away from that a little bit. I mean, this kind of like the ears on the Wing Gundam right here. I tried to like change the design, but I ended up just leaving them like kind of boxy like they were in my original design, because when I tried to get away from it too much, it just didn't really look like a Wing Gundam anymore. So I figured it's better for the mobile suit to be recognizable than it would be to have it look cool. Yeah, I don't know. Sometimes teams aren't very good at the whole team thing. Like I'm more concerned about like, hey, is the team gonna win? Are we getting like all the points that we can score and all that type of stuff? And like I rarely care about landing the killing hit. Let's see. Hmm. Okay, what we really want to be careful about is how the upper arm and the forearm, how they interact with each other. Like these slots right here, they have to line up properly. Okay, so I think before we wanted a kind of like a bend in the elbow, so I think I ended up making this too straight. Let's see if we can spin that around. Go. Okay, we're actually gonna put the joint right here. Maybe just a little bit more. There we go. Oh, that's such that is such a neat trick. I'm so glad I transitioned to digital drawing. Jesus. Okay, Salty's working on a master grade gym model kit, I guess. He says he's lost. Salty, are you looking at the instruction manual for the kit? I know some people build them without the instructions. I personally would not be able to do that. That would drive me nuts, actually. Okay. Where is my brush? Seriously, what the hell? Oh, it's still on eraser. Jeez. I wish there was a more like visual way I can check like what it's using. Okay, and this is just a reference line so we understand the shape of the upper arm. Okay. You know what? Like, you see how the upper arm is kind of pointing backwards? Like, that means this joint up here, it kind of needs to be rotated, like, in a different way. But spinning it right now would be a huge pain in the dick. Oh my god, that's gonna fucking kill me. Yeah, it kind of depends on how old that model kit is, Salty. Like, I don't know, sometimes the really old kits, they have like really shitty instructions, and then the new kits, they all started using 3D models for the instructions, which like they actually are like the shading on them actually makes it a little more unclear, which is surprising to me. So I kind of like the in between thing, like right before they started doing 3D models on the instruction manuals. But yeah, I don't know. It's hard to make everyone happy. Okay, so how are we gonna rotate this fucking thing? Okay, let's try a dumb trick. Okay, we're gonna take this disc, and we're just gonna move her down. And I'm not doing this because I have to do it this way. It's just kind of like helping my brain like organize like the spatial stuff. This shit gets really complicated. Okay, actually, I meant to just grab this line right here. Okay, this is gonna move up. What the hell? This thing, yeah. Jesus. Okay, that's gonna move up. Probably this up. Okay. Alright, I think I can adjust it from here. Okay, so probably doesn't need to be that high. Probably more like this. Okay, that means this disc will be moved further down so we can see the top rim. Whoa, I erased the wrong line. Okay, and you can see the top of this disc. Okay, hopefully this is making sense to everybody. Oh, Jesus. Yeah, I cannot wait to finish this line art, then we can start coloring and all that shit. Which I'm actually dreading a little bit. I'm horrible at coloring. Like, really bad. Like, almost all my mobile suits are like two-toned in color. Like, I feel like the design gets way too busy when you add too many colors to things. And actually, I'm very minimalist when it comes to red. Like on this mobile suit, the only thing that's red is actually its chin. Yeah, Okawara uses a shitload of red on his mobile suits. Okay, that is looking pretty proper now. Nice. Okay, let's keep going. Okay, yeah, make sure you get those shoulders right, Salty. Okay. Yeah, I think the worst part of kits is when they do that bullshit where it's like they do the ×2, where you have to build two of the exact same thing. And often, I don't know what's wrong with my eyes, but they always like overlook that stuff, and I'm like, wait, where is the instruction to build this half? And yeah, so I have to like backtrack in the manual and see where's all that shit I missed. Okay. So here's where things are going to get a little weird. So here's the elbow joint. Or actually the part of the forearm that connects to the elbow. So it's kind of hard to explain this. But what I want to do is I want to give this arm a little more articulation, you know? Typically on a model kit, like the only rotation you have on the arm is here at the shoulder and then here at the wrist. But technically, your forearm is able to rotate also. Like not, it's basically just like 90 degrees, like maybe a little more than 90 degrees, but that amount of rotation is important because well, I guess I'll just sketch this in real fast. So yeah, so this has a Wing Zero custom style forearm armor. Really hope I'm on the right layer. Yeah. Wow, that came out really fast. But anyway, you see how, like, let's say the armor is sitting on top of the forearm, and in a lot of model kits, this armor is actually on the opposite side from the inside of the elbow, so it would actually be behind. So let's give another example of that. So instead of being on the side, where's my pen? Okay, it would actually be behind like that. So you guys see what I mean? So without any rotation here in the upper arm, the mobile suit can't switch between those two positions, and that really limits the defensive capabilities of this armor right here. So I want to make sure the arm actually has that articulation, so you can kind of, you know, actually use the arm guards defensively. So like on my drawings, I tend to not have the armor in this backwards position because, you know, it's art, it makes it hard to see it. You want to see the detail. So I tend to leave the armor out like this. But crap, what point was I about to make? I feel like a crazy person. Yeah, a lot of the model kits, they tend to do it the other way. So anyway, I think this is like more visually impactful, but yeah. Okay, is that even the right proportion for that? Yeah, let's just leave that in. I think this actually should be like a little more forearm right here. Okay, so what we're gonna do is I'm going to kind of give the forearm a point of articulation, like right here, so it can rotate. And I know this looks really ugly right now, but we're just gonna have to deal with it. Good God, that looks really ugly. Okay, and I guess if we were to sketch in the rest of this, it would kind of look like this. Okay, this would kind of go in like that. Does that make sense? Yeah, so a lot of forearms on Okawara stuff and a few of Kotoki's older stuff, they have like really boxy like forearms and stuff. I'm trying to get away from that a little bit. I know it's A lot of Wing Gundams have very boxy forearms, so I think I'm gonna go with a more hexagonal type thing, and it should make it look a little more organic. Okay, is the proportion right? Let's put the armor back on. Ooh, it actually does interfere with the shoulder flap a little bit. Yeah, so I guess we should. Oh shit! Sorry, my mouse automatically double clicks on shit. Yeah, let's make this armor a little smaller, just so it doesn't interfere as much with that. Okay, I think this needs to come up a little more. There we go. Yeah, and I know it's cool to have like really fucking big armor on stuff, but you gotta be careful about how the armor like overlaps with itself, because that's gonna completely destroy the articulation of your machine. I mean, like what's an example? Okay, master grade Wing 0. I think it's they call it the Proto Wing 0 now. I really don't like that name designation, but here's a good picture. Yeah, so you see how this shoulder armor is really, really big and bulky? It looks really cool, but when you go to rotate it, is there a picture from behind? Not a lot of people are gonna do that. Wow, this kit looks fucking awesome. Nice. Anyway, I don't think a lot of people have that picture. But you'll notice one thing when you look at all these kits. What was that guy doing? So normally when you pose with beam sabers and rifles and stuff, you want to be able to rotate the shoulder like kind of back so the arm can be forward. You notice that in all these poses, this kit never does it. Ooh, neat. And the reason for that is because the shoulder actually can't rotate that far. How did this guy do it? Yeah. How the hell did he do that? Yeah, I think he might have kind of flexed the shoulders in an unsafe way, but yeah, so the backpack actually overlaps with the space that the shoulder needs to rotate, and so the articulation on the arms on this model kit are actually really bad for that reason, and that's one of the main things I want to try to avoid on the drawing I'm working on. Oh, here's a back picture finally. Come on, Google, load. Yeah, so these pieces right here, they interfere with the shoulder because the backpack is like pretty much just really thin right on the back, and these come right out the side. And so the shoulder armor, like if the arm tries to rotate, like the arm comes up and the shoulder comes back, like it doesn't have enough space to spin. So on my backpack, I'm gonna make sure that the backpack has a lot more depth, like it comes out this way, and so the wing binders won't like interfere with the shoulders. Oh, I think I just explained that for like way too long, but yeah, you guys get my point. Okay, ooh, it's green. Yeah, I need to check out people's kits more often. These are pretty awesome. These are some nice colors. I don't know about the ears on that, but yeah, a lot more subdued than the original. Neat. Okay. Anyway, back to my work. Okay, how are we feeling on this? What time is it now? Okay, 3:30. Yeah, I think I might have to leave in like another half hour to go run some errands. I'm also really hungry. I had a very, very light breakfast and I still haven't had lunch. Yeah, I'm trying to cut down to like 2 meals a day, something like that. Okay, let's keep going. Okay, let's clean this up a bit. Okay, and I'm gonna just leave those lines right there for reference, just so we know the full shape of the forearm. Like if I'm being smart about this, I should probably just do the forearm and the armor on separate layers, just to make sure I have all my shit together. I mean, I guess I can do that. It's not that much trouble. Okay, we can delete this one. Wait, what just happened? Wait, did I just do a duplicate instead of a delete? God damn, I'm really stupid. Okay, delete. There we go. Okay, let's duplicate this one. Okay. And what we're going to do on this one is we're going to pretty much just erase everything except for the armor. This piece too. Yeah, I could be smart and just use a select tool, but I don't know, like I bought this $500 digital tablet and I'm gonna use the stylus as much as I can because I don't know, I just really enjoy it. Yeah, weirdly enough, when I work from home, the stylus actually works. Like when I remote into my work computer, that's pretty fucking cool, right? Okay. Okay, let's stick that into the armor layer somewhere. Okay, so I guess it's on top. And arm left, let's turn that back on. Okay. And let's clean up this one so that the armor and the forearm are separate things. Yeah, I spent like a whole night just convincing myself I wouldn't separate the forearm and the armor into a separate layer just to simplify this drawing for myself a bit. But in the end, I couldn't do it. Yeah, I'm gonna go for accuracy every time. I guess it's just in my personality. Okay. Okay, pen. Yeah, and I know there should be some way to be able to make this prettier, but I'm not really sure how. Okay, let's work on this elbow joint. Oh, Salty says he's been trying to use a light bowgun spread build. Yeah, I think they recently found an exploit that they're referring to as the machine gun build or exploit. It's basically where you fire a shot with very high recoil and it pushes you off a ledge, and the ledge falling animation actually cancels the recoil, and so you can actually like just repeatedly fire spread 3 like really fast, even though your magazine size is kind of small, so it looks stupid. But yeah, there's a lot of people exploiting that shit for some reason. It's very annoying. Where did this dot come from? Like, what the hell? There's a dot on my leg for some reason. Yep, there's a dot for some reason. Let's clean that off. What the hell? There we go. Yes, it matters. Okay. Ah, why? Okay, let's put in this elbow. Okay, so I guess this has less of a bend than before. Do we want to rotate the arm more? No. I think it's okay. Sorry, my neighbor with the motorcycle is being a huge dick. Why do you have to rev your engine so much when you're coming home? I mean, seriously. Yeah, let me know if you need me to mute my mic or something, guys. This is really stupid. Yeah, I was thinking about hunting again, Salty, but like I just haven't found the time. I mean, I'm trying to get as much work on this done before I have to go back to work. Why are you still revving your engine? Okay, elbow joint. Okay, yeah, elbows are like really fucking like sensitive things. Like, just like this, like the tiniest fuck up on perspective, and your whole thing is just fucked. Okay, so. Okay, and you have to be very careful about parallel lines. Okay, where does this elbow end? Or something like that. And I don't know why, but like a lot of mold suit designs, they really ignore like the elbow cap for some reason, like the point of the elbow. Like, I actually find that really important, especially because it's kind of a point used in a lot of martial arts or just fighting in general. But yeah, I want to make sure this has pretty good armor on there. It's okay. I mean, I think what I want to do is, I think there's too much kind of sticking out right here. Let's bring that in a bit. Right here. I think that's okay. I feel like this is like way too fucking long up here. Let's bring it down like this. Is that enough articulation? No, shit. Okay, so if I do shorten that, it's gonna limit the articulation of the arm. I think it kind of needs it. Dang it. Okay. Let's end it about right there. I feel like this can be kind of narrowed a bit. Okay. Feeling good about that. Alright, see you, Salty. Yeah, the Spring Festival is going on for Monster Hunter right now. There's not really much I need to go back and do. I pretty much did all the things. I guess I need one of those rare materials from Ancient Leshen, but he's a huge dick and my teams keep dying. I did get one of them randomly from a part break, and that's kind of... I just wanted the one. You kind of need two for the other layered armor, but the other layered armor is Geralt, and he's just really nasty looking, and I don't know, I guess I need it for completion's sake or whatever. Oh yeah, I guess I never upgraded those dual blades. You don't need the shiny thing for it, but yeah, I need to go back and check that. Okay. Wrist. I don't know, like, not a lot of Mobile Suit profile pics even have a lot of detail on the wrist at all. What should I do with this wrist? Well, let's figure out this hand first. Okay, and it's basically a fist, so maybe I should like reference a kit or something. So I think a lot of mobile suits on the wrist, they have a, I don't know, I honestly just kind of prefer ball joints because it kind of takes care of all the articulation without any needless complication. But I guess ball joints just aren't really realistic, like for an actual machine. Like I know a lot of more advanced kits, they kind of have like this. They kind of have the same joint as this thing. It's kind of like just like a rotating, like a joint that can rotate at this point, and then it just basically rotates in two different axes at the same time. I guess I could just do one of those. They're a little boring though. And also, technically, your wrist has more articulation than one of those things. Let me think. God, human anatomy is just so bizarre and complicated. We can do so much shit, you know? Oh, and like human hands. I mean, oh my god. Like imagine like trying to describe a human hand to something that doesn't have hands. It's like a part of your body that it can do anything you want it to. Like it can interact with anything and do it well. And the thing you're talking about, like, what the hell does that mean? Like I have like a appendage that does this one specific thing and only that one thing. Like, how do you have a thing that does everything? That doesn't seem fair. Okay, let's just go with one of these for now. Okay, now we're gonna finish the rest of this guy. Okay, and I know the thumb really shouldn't be visible. It should be covered up by like this piece of the hand, but we're just drawing it in for reference. Okay, and gosh. Lots of joints and stuff. So the thing you gotta remember about hands is they're not flat. Like they're like a three-dimensional shape. And you gotta be careful not to fuck that up. Maybe we should zoom this in a little more so you guys can see better. Okay. Okay, let's just do the forefinger for now. Okay, I think that makes sense. Okay, middle finger, it's gonna come up a little more. The angle is gonna be slightly different. Okay, slightly raised knuckle. Okay, and then from here, wait a second. Actually, I think these knuckle joints, the lines need to be parallel with this line up here. Okay, let's fix that. Ugh. This needs to be parallel then. Okay. And we're gonna fill in the rest of this fist. Okay, and this, I don't know, something seems off about that. Yeah, close enough. I'll fix it later when I'm out of like details. Like I'm doing like detail sketching instead. Yeah, maybe we want this to come out a little further. Just to give it some more depth. Yeah, we want to make sure this plate can stop like a good amount of damage. Okay. Well, those fingers are actually kind of big, honestly. We'll make them smaller a little later. Okay. Right. Wow, I think this fist is kind of big, like compared to the head. It's like really big. Yeah, I think we can do a dumb trick. Let's make this a little smaller. Okay, let's zoom out so we can compare the fist to everything else. So the thing about hands is, like, when you have your hand like splayed out like this guy, it should be about, well, bigger than your face, but your fist is fairly small like compared to that. It's kind of like it covers up to your chin to about your nose. Okay, let's shrink that a little bit. Oh, hold on. Okay, let's do shift so it keeps the same scale. Smaller. There we go. Okay. Okay, with the armor. Okay. Yeah, I'm a little concerned that the shoulder pauldron's not really covering like everything up here. We'll work on that a little bit, but okay, guys, it's basically 4 o'clock right now, and I think I have to go. So we're just gonna go ahead and stop the stream here. Like, I'm really glad you guys came by to hang out. Wow, is the stream only an hour? Yeah, well, short stream, that's okay. Okay, so we'll come by next time when we're working on, well, I think I can get most of the arms done before we come back next time. But like, I think as soon as we have the arm and the arms and this other shoulder pauldron done, we're gonna go work on the backpack for this thing, and that's gonna be super crazy because the backpack for this guy is gonna have like a lot of moving parts, so it's probably gonna need like a lot of layers and stuff like that. So that should be fun. Anyway, guys, we're gonna stop the stream here. I really appreciate you coming by. Leave a like if you enjoyed the stream. I would really appreciate that, and we'll see you next time. Take care.